We're
I'm gonna have stuff
live.
in my teeth.
We're livey live.
It's just how it's gonna be.
How it's gonna be.
Well, that sounded good.
Aw, thanks, boo.
It sounded good. It reminded me of some of that like Total or like
Yes, we need to bring
who
that
else?
back. Aw,
SWV.
thanks,
It sounded
boo.
real 90s, early 2000 R&B.
Yes,
The
sir.
good,
Yes,
good,
sir.
good stuff. I'm aging myself here.
Yeah, hey, speaking of.
I know, right?
On that note.
On that reel I posted on Instagram and on TikTok. Check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. Hopefully this audio is working. First of
Right? Let
all,
me check. Hold up. Say something.
and on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, that's you.
Yes. Okay.
Look at
Hopefully
us.
this audio is working.
I'm a big
Right?
kid
Let me
now. Mm-mm.
No, I found that video. There was a YouTube that Allure magazine put together
Mm-hmm.
of women as they aged, and they're interviewing them and stuff. And I was just really taken aback. Like that first woman, beautiful, and that's the gray hair I was going for before I like
Yeah,
had a moment of
wow.
weakness. I love that. She is like strikingly beautiful and 60 something years old. And then the next woman with the animal print outfit
Mm-hmm.
was like gonna be 71. I was shocked. I was shocked. But if you look it up on YouTube, it's a good video to watch.
I follow
Thought it was really good.
this page called Advanced Style. And
Advanced. As an older?
yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
a play on words, and they just dress,
Mhm.
they're so funky, and I like, pattern clashing and all
Yeah,
that
like
stuff.
eccentric kind of.
Eccentric look, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, I'm loving it.
I feel like
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
I don't know that I've ever found a style. Maybe I guess I have. I mean, not knowing exactly what it was, but I guess
Same.
Well, I know what you like to wear. Like I feel like you have style. Like I don't have style. I just wear like your typical athleisure.
Yeah, you have like that
I've always
refined,
worn that. Refined.
farmhouse style.
Come on, keep it. What farmhouse style? Am I out here in these prairie dresses?
Like a nice sweater and some
excuse me.
jeans and stuff, and some cute boots and stuff. Ranch gal. Like, I don't know.
Eat me like one of your French girls. Yeah, but I wrote it down and I left it out there.
Dang, I hate when that happens.
Blanche from the Golden
yes.
Girls.
Oh my god.
47 years old.
I can't believe it. And then, like, when we were kids, that seemed like 80,
Why are they living? Weren't they living in a retirement community?
But it was because it was like they were living with the mom. That's why.
Sophia was 79
But she was the youngest.
in real life. Real life, yeah. You hear everybody talking out here? Like, no respect.
They living.
Zero.
Fam living.
outside my
Fam
door.
living.
But yeah, so they were in their 50s. Dorothy and Rose were in their 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at, and just like that, you got Sarah Jessica Parker, right? Miranda, Carrie, and Charlotte are in their 50s.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to be the same age, and that's why I'm having like a, whoa.
I feel like if anything, they would be close to like Betty White and Ruth McClanahan.
I guess my whole thing is,
Or whoever.
what does aging look like now? Like, it's not, you're not allowed to age anymore? Because these women aren't looking. I'm gonna have to tell somebody something.
She finna lay down the law, y'all. She not playing.
Recording in progress.
sitting here by myself. I might as well feed my face.
Who is this? Wait, remove.
Recording stopped.
Cool. This makes me sick. Oh.
Yeah, I was like, and I came back and you were frozen. I was like, what is this universe?
And then you're
Let
just
me
gonna
eat.
talk. You could have done that in the first one. You're like, we miming today. Okay. I don't know why it's like that. Can I change it? No.
Is anybody even watching?
Nope.
Okay,
Just
cool.
me.
Fun. I can eat my food then.
It'll be what do you call it? Cinema verite. That way you're not influenced by people watching. I mean, you know they're gonna watch at some point, maybe, perhaps. But yeah, I was gonna say you keep saying, and I want to try to better understand what you mean about what is old or what is getting old, and you were saying something about the people on and just like that.
Yeah, like just their age. What was perceived as old when we were growing up was like Sophia and the Golden Girls and all them. And now we're looking at, I mean, we're close, you know. Rue McClanahan or Blanche was 47, so 5 years from now, like I'm supposed to be in a retire, you know. And they gave her so much crap for like dating and like getting it in.
Right?
It's like, what, do you shrivel up and die at 45?
Yeah, like you ain't supposed to do
still...
nothing. Like, hell no.
Yeah. So
what kind of life is that?
But then on the flip side, you have and just like that. Is it and just like that or just like that?
And just like that. Right? And just like that.
Yeah, and then you've got, you know, Miranda's having an awakening of her own, and you know, just the style and the upkeep and the maintenance and just the appearance of them. It's almost as if either we're not allowed to age anymore or we're not aging anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's still the perception, I think, of like a 50-year-old is very different from what it used to be.
But I don't know, maybe call me immature or something, but I feel like there's something in being you that is, you know, not related to an age. It's just who you are. And so how long you continue that or what phases of life or stages of life you go to, it's going to be different for everybody. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think
well, I'm not trying to be in a retirement home. I
was
pushing
it. Yeah, I am. Those are nice. 55? Yes. Get my groove on. We started my wine club. We had this convo. Yes.
I know. Getting your STIs.
Yes, something to do. I saw that on the dating show.
Keep the blue pills coming. Everybody taking their blue pills.
No.
I don't know. I feel like it's something that's been redefined. I get what you're saying because one of my friends responded to our reel earlier saying they will always feel 30. You know, their body's changing. Things are telling you, no, you're not. But in your mind, you're like, I'm 30. I'm with it. You know, like you still feel that way until something reminds you that you're not. But
yeah. And
it's
things
just an
happen.
Interesting comparison. What's that?
I mean, I said things happen. Like I've seen so many people young who, you know, haven't been able to do things that people older can do. You know, some of my older friends, they love to go for walk, you know, they walk 6 miles a day. It's just normal for them. And it's just like, you know, everybody's different. And it's all this, like we always say, it's all this indexing. I got to index. Like you're this, I got to make a set of judgments on you because of this. Otherwise, what's going to happen? Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah. I guess that's what it is. Because we know how we feel, regardless of what the age the number is. We know who we are, like you were saying earlier, but it's what everybody else perceives. Like,
yeah.
I remember going back to UCLA's campus, and I was like 33, something like that. And I felt so old.
Right.
And I had never been confronted with my age in that way. Like, I just thought, oh, I'd be able to go on campus. Shoot, maybe people will think I'm a student. Come on. they look like babies. Like there's a very clear difference.
Yes.
And I was a ma'am, which is but
right, that hits.
It's weird. Yeah. It's weird when you're reminded, because you go through your day without even thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. I don't like a ma'am. Don't call me ma'am.
I like it. I'm like, respect on my name.
You can call me miss.
Excuse me, miss. Where are you from? Nah.
Well, do they say sir? Don't call me ma'am if you're not gonna be using
I call
sir
people
too.
sir because I don't like I don't know
Are
how
you
to
from the
address
South?
people. Yeah, I don't know how to address, like, I don't know you.
But if I hear somebody say, hey, bro, and then they'll be like, oh, ma'am, hi, ma'am. I'm like, now you're really trying to say something.
Right? I get that all the time, though. So,
You're saying something. You get the sir and the ma'am.
Right? I get them both. I'm like, I'll take it. Okay.
Do you like the show? Do you watch and just like that?
I'm invested. Like, at this point, there's no
Me
turning
too.
back. It was
Did you
like,
watch Sex in the City, like when you're in college and like
oh,
early
yeah.
20s? Yeah.
I thought I was doing something.
Night.
Yes, making the Cosmos, got the martini glasses and stuff.
I wish I knew you then.
Right, we was like a year before or something. Yeah, had a little party.
Oh,
Thought I was doing. You couldn't tell me nothing. My little Trader Joe's cheese. Oh, memories. And it was like I went to New York for the first time during that time as well. And
so you're like, we gotta live it up.
Yeah, I'm sitting here walking around in heels. Like, you don't do that. Like, that's not a real thing. And then busted up
Carrie
these heels.
does. So she busts her hip.
Right.
She got a hip problem.
And this was pre-Uber, it was pre-Uber. So it was like you're going to pay $75 in a cab or something, unless you want to take the train. But yeah, I was walking around like and then going in what is it, the meatpacking district or somewhere down there where it's like
I don't know New York, so
cobblestone streets
in heels.
A fool.
This show makes it look easy though. Like this is just what you do.
That needs to be a skit. Like trying
just
to
fall it
right. Like when I saw it on TV.
Breaking your ankles.
That damn TV.
Doing the TV.
Right.
Man. Okay, so you've been watching. What do you think? I know what you think, but let's talk about it.
I don't know. At first, when I started watching it, I was like, okay, they're just trying to fit everything that's relevant and it as much as possible. Big COVID card, Shay, being
pronouns,
all these different things, intersectional, the professor and the Miranda thing. Yeah, the fertility and the child, gender and everything question. And, these things do happen and they do happen in real life. So, I mean, kudos to them for acknowledging it. But why do you have to throw everything in, and why does everybody have to be an object of their pronoun? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I have two views on that, because I do feel like, well, you put a lot up in these last 5-6 episodes. Like, that's too much going on.
High broken traditions.
That's too much. But on the flip side, I feel like it's almost making a very, very brilliant, a brilliant statement about what it was like when they were in their 20s and 30s to now. And it's in your face. Like, this is how we lived before. And now it's all of this. Mm-hmm. And you can't get away from it because this is what it is. And I think that's a good observation, in the sense that it's annoying to see, because it feels like you're kind of, holding people, Charlotte has a new black friend and this, all this kind of stuff. But that's what it is now. Mm-hmm. Like, their lives are not the way they used to be. Our lives are not what they used to be, because we are consumed with proper pronouns, with changing fluid sexual identity, gender identity, with just the way Miranda came in that classroom had me cringing.
Right? That was cringeworthy.
That could happen, but that could happen to anybody. I mean, the dynamic they created, she is an older white woman, the professor is a younger black woman, right? But like, I could see myself sitting down and being like, oh, that's for the professor. Mm-hmm. Like, because she looked like a younger woman. Yeah. But then she put her foot in her mouth and was doing all kind of other stuff. But I feel like that's what life is now. Is a very uncomfortable, I don't know what to say.
But it's always like that. I've seen sketches like that, like, oh, that's the doctor, like.
Yeah, yeah. Or she's the doctor because you make the assumption that it's supposed to be a
Yeah.
man. She's the
Yeah,
nurse.
broken traditions.
Yeah. I can't see. I don't have the thing up. What's he saying?
Mm. He said, y'all talking about Sex in the City?
Ah, you know it.
Yeah, so it was getting on my nerves, but then, like you said, it's just kind of like they're probably just really trying to make sure they are acknowledging people and like they didn't before, and so they got a penance to pay. And I think that's pretty much what it boils down to. And like you said, it is the reality of life. Like it
Now,
is what you see. It's common. Like it's what you see out in the streets. Like it's what the people are talking about. So I mean, it makes sense to stay relevant and have that timestamp on when they did it.
they really didn't. Now that I'm trying to think back. Like, did any of them date black
Oh,
men?
that's
Did they have any
cute. I
black
love
women
it.
friends? Like, they really didn't have much diversity of anything aside from having gay friends, Stanford, and that type of a thing. But they really didn't in the 90s and early 2000s, or in the movies even. That's interesting.
Right? It's kind of like Friends coming back and then having, doing the same thing. Like I think that would be
imagine?
that would be more controversial. I think that would be
Friends?
Friends, yeah. I mean, it actually happened if you think about it. It happened in a way with these with like the real world reunions that they've had. Like it's always like the first one was New York, and that's the one I saw. I haven't seen the second one, only clips. So
The Real World.
yeah,
the show,
the show,
World.
yeah, like MTV reality show.
I never watched it.
Oh,
with Eric
okay.
Knees or Knives or whatever, and Heather
but it
B.
was a lot of race, and white privilege.
Well,
and
it was race then.
That's what I'm saying.
I
like,
remember that very first season was very race, like
yeah, like race was a hot
whatever.
topic. Yeah, but it came through, and it was kind of like when like that kind of situation where I'm trying to explain white privilege to you, and you take offense and you get mad and shut me down and don't want to talk and walk away. That kind of thing.
Kevin. I remember Kevin would get angry.
Yes, see, broken traditions. I said the same thing. I don't like the forced black characters forced in Sex in the City.
Well, I think that Charlotte made a point about it though too. Was how much people are trying to be woke or to show that they are not racist. Like I feel like I live that here.
Yeah.
Because she was telling her husband, like, we don't have any black friends. She was trying to invite the neighbor.
Yeah, that was but then they did the same thing, so that was kind of cute.
Yeah, yeah. But then they read up and studied before they went to their house, and they're like, oh, this,
because it's that fear of judgment or offending, and it's like we don't take each other at face value. It's again that we're not kind to each other. We don't take each other at face value. So it's like, if I say something like, I've experienced this, and I remember you said, oh, I got mad, I'd get mad or something. And it's like, if I don't know and I do something and you tell me like why it's offensive or something like that, and I don't do it again, like, I don't see the problem with that. Like, but I feel like people are
that's
so
open communication.
Yeah,
you have to be mature to do that.
People
like,
are so afraid, so afraid to make a mistake because that's the end of the world. That's their reputation. It's like you can't even live.
Well, I think especially as far as race is concerned, that's why we need to have these conversations and always preface it with, if we are both coming from a respectful place, we can have a conversation, and you can make mistakes and we can have that conversation. But I think that there have been so many conversations gone wrong.
Yes.
I don't blame white people for not wanting to talk. Or being scared to say stuff.
Because I know we have this sometimes. Like it's funny because I'll listen back and I'll get your joke like after I listen to the podcast, and I'm like, dang, she was trying to lead me to it, and I'm sitting here over my head. But it's like everybody communicates differently, and it's like how do we get to a point of just saying you're in a safe space? Like say like, why are you saying this? Like say what you mean. Like if I maybe I misinterpret it, but I'm not gonna like cancel you because I misinterpreted. Let's better understand why we're saying. So like I always will be like, what, can you repeat that? Or like, can you, like, what do you mean? And it's like, not trying to be like, but it's just like, sometimes I don't know. Like somebody asked me on one of the apps, where are you from? And I said, what do you mean? And he said, where do you live? And I'm like, that's on my profile. Like it literally says living in Philly. So like,
But if it says living, and maybe he thinks you're from some, I don't know.
But no, he
I
said,
mean,
where do
that's
you live?
another
That's why
thing,
I
though.
asked to clarify, you know?
Yeah. Well, because when people ask me where are you from, I get a different feeling.
Like where your
Like,
origin
what are
is.
you trying to get at? Like, I get
Oh,
all
yeah.
kind of.
See, but that's because your
What you mean?
experiences.
I'm from California. What? No, where are you really from? And that's when I just lose it.
Because it's a judgment. It's a othering, like we always talk about, and we're human. So the more you're othered, the less likely you are to thrive sometimes.
I guess. Mm. This salad is. Mm.
That's hilarious. I was craving a salad, but I gotta order. I gotta make a menu. That's what I said I'm gonna do. Cause it sucks. Cause you cook all that food. Dang, excuse me. You cook all that food.
Okay, Auntie.
Right?
You okay?
You know that acid.
Num num num. So good, so good.
But yeah, you make all that food and it's like goes to waste, or you freeze it and never eat it, and it's just like,
nah. Do you cook in big batches?
I try not to, but stuff like soups and stuff, they'll end up being big. Yeah.
It's hard to cook smaller.
Yeah, or like lasagna, stuff like that. It's like, dang.
You can freeze that though.
Yeah, it's something about frozen I can't hit with. I don't know.
Yeah, and then you reheat it. It's all watery.
It grosses me out.
Yeah.
Can't stand.
So are we done with Sex and the City? We done with these broads?
Are you? I mean, I don't know. What do you think about Che and Miranda?
I can't get over her because I keep thinking of her from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
So it's a whole like
them. Yeah.
It's weird, but I'm embarrassed for Miranda. That's how I feel. I feel embarrassed for
her.
You
want to cringe.
And I just feel bad for Steve.
Yeah, poor Steve. Steve, though, I'm like, dang, I don't know the difference from Sex in the City and Chicago Fire. It's like the same.
Oh,
I'm like, he got a whole separate family. He all right?
I'm not okay with how they treating their son. How Brady just has his girlfriend over and they banging in the room next door.
That's common.
Sex positive or whatever, but he's like 16, 17. Not in my house. You're not gonna be doing that.
Yeah, it's that kind of idea. Kind of like they have those heroin clinics or whatever in New York now. It's like under my roof, under my watch versus,
But be respectful.
Airbnb.
They just out here screaming and stuff, and your mom and daddy hitting like 5-10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like being rude.
And it's something that touches me about Miranda that I can't define. It's like a discomfort in being yourself. It's like she's uncomfortable in herself, and it's cringeworthy a lot of times. And so I'm like, that must be relatable, like on some level.
I feel like I can relate to her. The conversations that you and I have had. I mean, she was she was a partner at a law firm, doing all these things, and then all of a sudden she was like, not anymore. I'm not going to do it. And she's rediscovering who she is. Yeah. She probably got lost in being Brady's mom, lost in being Steve's wife, and then all of a sudden their marriage is kind of dried up. And now she's just she's going back to school, trying to do something she's more passionate about. She's trying to find passion in her life. And I think that's where Che comes in. I think that's where all this comes in.
Yeah. So you like Steve? I don't know how I feel about Steve.
He's just sweet. I don't know that I like him, but he's just...
I thought, he's a kind guy, and like with the Carrie and everything, that was so sweet. A good
kid, a good guy.
Yeah, so I really was rooting for him until he talked to Carrie, and he kind of said...
That was messed up.
Wait, what?
While they were painting?
Yeah. When
asking all the... Oh.
I was just talking about
now I'm getting all throaty. Yeah, he was asking all these questions. It's like, leave your marriage between y'all. Don't try to bring people in. I hate when people do that.
Yeah, like how long did you know? And that's kind of awkward. But more so even that, he said that he would be happy just sitting there, doing nothing forever. And it's just like, that sounds sweet and like in a fantasy land if I were 15. But as an adult, that is a sign of no motivation. Like, you have no motivation in life. Where's I can't be the only one with drive and motivation.
I think, they've been married. They got married before Brady or after? After, right?
During, right? Oh yeah, I don't something.
Or
Yeah, after. I
whatever.
guess
So
that is
maybe
after.
15
Yeah.
years, let's say 15 years during. She's in labor and they get married. Um, but I think there's something to that, because I think that I don't know. I can't speak for all marriages, but I feel like there probably comes a point where the sex and all that stuff dies out,
Mm-hmm.
and you're left, I mean, due to physical reasons, due to whatever, and you're left with finding intimacy in other ways. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it was really sweet that they had their routine. You know, they got their dessert every night, and they did
Mm-hmm.
their little thing, and they sat down, and he was losing his hearing. You know, I mean, they're getting older.
Yeah.
And that's another piece of the getting older is he's lost his hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like these are things that you have to deal with. And so she was getting frustrated because he's just not with it anymore. Not the same person, same bar owner and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a routine, and he was comfortable in his routine. I think that could be the death of a marriage.
I do too. Because it's
But
like,
it's
that's
also
nice.
something comforting.
I think you
know?
should. You do your routine. That's fine, but do something else occasionally. Like you're
Yeah.
doing this. That's dry
Yeah.
as hell. Like that's dry.
Especially you got to check in with each other,
Mhm.
right? You have to check in with your partner. Like, hey, do you want to go do something new? Hey, do you
Yeah.
want, you know, like you can't just sit there, and they're not even talking. They're just
Mhm.
sitting there. He can't hear. He didn't even have his hearing aid in, I don't think, and he's just looking at the TV, and she's just
That sounds comforting, though. You know.
to have that. I
Yeah.
think that's the part that's comforting,
Mhm.
and he's probably fine with that. But she wants to. It's bad when you're like, take me, and he's like, let me wash my hands
Right?
first.
Yeah.
He washed his hands.
It's like
What do
he's
you-
so aloof. Like he's just too complacent in life. Like and that's nice.
He lost it. They lost
Yeah.
it. Whatever it is, they lost it.
But he's fine with that. Like he's like, I can live the rest of my life like this. Like no,
Because he
you
still
can't.
loves, because
Yeah.
the love's still there.
Yeah.
Maybe not the passion, but the love is still there. I mean, he loves her. Obviously, he's like, I'm never taking my ring off. I
Mhm.
love her. But she needs more. If you love her, you need to do, you know, check in and
Right.
adjust or whatever.
Live
But
it
if she
up, but
wasn't
live
messing
a
around-
little. Like, come on.
But she went for it.
She went way. Do you think so? I was thinking maybe this is an homage to herself. Like maybe they're trying to
Yes.
put a little bit of themselves
that.
in there. So
I thought about that.
she's
Because
like,
she is a lesbian, right? She's
Yeah.
married. Or I think she got divorced. Did she get divorced? But
I
she
don't-
had
I
a
don't
partner, and
follow.
they had a family.
yeah. But it's like acting is acting. So why can't we? Why do we always have to put a like maybe
Because
pull
it's
from
relevant,
that?
it's timely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also think
I just see a lot of crossover now. Like with characters, they'll be themselves and a character. Sometimes it's kind of confusing.
but I think it's also showing the awkwardness of being out of the game for a long time, then all of a sudden you're back in.
Mm-hmm.
Because she stopped by with them cookies and was like, never mind.
Right? She was like, "This is
down the
it."
stairs.
Yeah, she was like, "This is it." I
was
felt that was
so
relatable.
embarrassed for her. Oh, I was so embarrassed. Or like people came up to take pictures with Che, and she was like, "I'm the girlfriend,"
Mhm.
and Che kind of looked at her.
Yeah, like we didn't establish this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
was
in a
like, "Quit, just shut up."
They in a
Stop talking.
situationship. Like they're
A
blurred
situa-
lines.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, girl.
Blurred lines. Okay.
Blurred lines. So yeah, like a situation where you haven't defined the relationship, but you operate more than a booty call and less than a committed relationship.
Situation
shit. I'm like, that actually doesn't
can't
sound
keep
too
up.
bad, but I don't really hear about those a lot. You hear more like of the booty calls.
Situationships?
Yeah.
You got to know where you stand.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the worst place to be in, to me. Like,
Oh yeah, that's true.
are we a thing or not? Like, what is happening?
Mind games?
Are you with other people? Yeah, because that feeling has got to be terrible, going to the door thinking you're doing something sweet,
Mhm.
right? Something you would do for your husband. She opens the door and you're like, there could be somebody else in there with her.
Yeah.
Oh, the
And you having
burning. You know
yeah.
that feeling you get when you're like your
Yeah.
heart crushed. Oh,
But she knows that about her, so that's the thing too. It's like you know who you're dealing with too, and you trying to make
that she gets around or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
that she said this
I don't
is
know
not.
the
She said
right
I,
word.
so cheesy. I don't do traditional. You know.
obvious. Very clearly, you do not.
What you mean? What you? Huh?
Very clearly, she does not.
Say it ain't so.
But
You
she
don't
loves
say.
her.
Yeah.
But she right. But
That
she
was
said,
so
you know,
cute.
yeah. I think there's an age difference there too, and
Yeah.
that's, you know, different types of dating, different types of communicating and stuff. So, yeah.
But it's different though. That's a great
What do you mean?
observation, because it actually, you know, a lot of times people. What happened? Looks like we lost the connection.
Looks like it's going to me. I'm watching it live on my other computer and I can see it.
Okay, maybe
while you do that, I'm gonna take another bite.
I'm like, did I click something? Oh, okay. Cool.
It's still good.
Yay. Okay. These sensitive things. Dang, I'm sorry. I lost track of because it was going
different
on.
Ages.
Oh yeah. So you would think like, okay,
nobody here watching us.
Stereotype. You know, you would think somebody, you know, with wisdom comes age, or with age comes wisdom. But in this case, the wisdom is in the younger one. Yeah. And so the one who's like aloof, doesn't really know how to interact, is like very black or white thinking. Yeah. Like it's like the end of the world if this one. I mean, I've experienced that, so I think that's why it's relatable. It's like one little thing. Yeah. It's the end of the.
I feel like that's a common experience. Or feeling. Dang. Awkward.
Right? Awkward. It's like, let people be. You learning from people, you loving them, live. Do you?
I don't think it was cool what she did in Carrie's apartment, though.
Yeah, that was disrespectful. That was some, like...
And then poor Carrie, I mean, she peed, like, had, you know what I mean? Like,
but that's also, like, that was cringeworthy, too. Because best believe, if that happened with me, I'd have interrupted.
Okay? Hello, excuse me, you here to help me.
I ain't gonna sit here and piss on my goddamn bed so that you can cheat on your husband. Because at first I looked at it a different way, and I was like, oh, she's taking one for the team. She wants to make sure her friend is satisfied. I'm like, no, she's
satisfied. Well, I mean, think of it from her perspective. She doesn't know anything about Che and Miranda.
Right?
She doesn't know anything about that. And all of a sudden you see that. You're in pain.
Yeah.
You just had a pretty major surgery. Your husband has just died. Like, all these things. And all you want to do is pee. If Charlotte was there, Charlotte would have taken her to the bathroom. Miranda quit being a drunk.
Yeah.
Remember? Because that was an issue.
Right.
And that's a little bit of Charlotte's real life. Because she had an alcohol problem.
Oh, the actress
was. Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
She looks great. She's sober, and she, you know, that's a whole thing. But that might be part of, I feel like maybe they are putting their lives into it.
That's what I'm saying, girl. We need to write a show. That's all it is. It's people's lives.
Ooh, I would have been mad.
Yeah, I would have been pissed, and I would have not accepted it. I would have best believed, hey, I gotta pee. Get in here. Come on. I'm not gonna sit here and piss on myself.
You said
Hell no. Carrie. But that just goes to show, like, and it's so funny because it's Sex and the City and they're such liberated people, but I thought that demonstrated a lot of shame and, like, embarrassment. And it's just like, bitch.
On Miranda's part?
On Carrie's part. It was like almost like she was taking in the shame of Miranda. And then.
Or maybe she was like, how dare you? Like maybe she was in shock.
Shock, yeah.
Like, what do you do?
I mean, y'all in New York, you done seen
worse. And
that's
your boss? Che's her boss.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't mean, I mean, that's actually worse. I'd really be like, hey, I gotta pee. Let's go.
Somebody come get me. Y'all get out of bed. Just let me get to the bathroom. I don't know.
Not here. Let me sit in some pee. I ain't sitting in pee for nobody.
Want to see that.
Huh?
I feel like that's not something. You ever watch a show and you're like, I really don't want to see it.
You never experienced that in college and stuff? I don't
want to see that.
Like where you see something you don't want to see or hear something you don't want to hear. Ugh. Why are you making me remember? Ugh.
When I think of Miranda, what I remember is the episode when she's with a fat guy, and I guess he goes down on her,
Oh, with the
and he looks
donuts.
up at her. The Krispy Kreme, yeah, it looks like she got glazed down. So gross. I don't know why, but that episode is stuck in my head. Like, ooh, why do we have a timer?
Right? It's just two of us. Oh, because that other one was on for a second.
Whatever. But yeah.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was gross. Why'd you bring that up?
Oh no.
And the whole what's her name? Samantha not being there.
What's the drama there? They just don't get along anymore, right?
I don't know. I'm like, how much can you not get along that you don't want to make some money and
money, right?
And everybody loves you. Like, you have a whole following. So is that ego and pride? Like, I don't know. Did something like what could have happened?
What does she look like now?
Ooh.
Could that be part of it?
Like a shame?
She's like, I'm done with this show. I'm gonna be a grandma, and she just let it go. Lived her life instead of trying to maintain.
Yeah, and like if she didn't care, like that's awesome. Like if she's like, I don't care. Like that's not me. That's not me anymore. I changed. I'm not doing that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder. I know there's stuff out there that'll tell you.
Yeah. Now
what
I
happened
see.
to her. I'm gonna have to look it up. Dang, this
What's
is
her
delicious.
name?
Kim Cattrall.
Okay.
She wrote a book. Didn't she write a book?
No, she looks nice. Wow. Lovely.
You're like, then why don't you want this cash?
She looks shy though. She doesn't even look like herself. Is she okay?
What?
Maybe she going through it. She looks fabulous.
Canadian actress.
She looks like a child. Like she went backwards in time.
She had some plastic surgery.
Whoever did that did the work. They did that. Looking like a young bird.
Oh. It's looking like Sarah Jessica Parker doesn't want her on the show.
Oh, why not?
I don't know. Let me click this BuzzFeed right quick. Yeah, and they got rid of Stanford too. They just got divorced and he's out. Like, what happened?
Who's Stanford?
The bald, shorter, gay guy.
Oh, he died.
Who was married to. He did?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, it was at the end of one of the episodes. I couldn't believe it. Like, they didn't make a thing about it.
He died in real life?
Yeah. He died like last fall.
So they just made it.
They made it where he went to California, or something, like he's pursuing his dreams. Yeah.
And they got a divorce. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I knew that, but I forgot. God.
Right? Because it's like, wow, they just slid that in, like.
Yeah, okay, Kim Cattrall, you looking good.
She looking real good. I'm like, yes. Okay, so it's not looks based, but she doesn't look confident. You know what? I don't know how to describe it. You see, she's kind of like cowering in the pictures.
I don't know, but I guess there's supposed to be a third Sex and the City movie. It was scrapped in the 11th hour because of Kim's outrageous demands.
What were her demands?
She set the record straight. I don't know, girl. I'm just reading. I'm just, Confirming that she left her character Samantha Jones behind for good, Kim told the host of whatever the show is, the answer was simply, thank you, but no, I'm good.
Dang. Okay, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. It's not you.
I think her and Sarah Jessica Parker got beef.
I hate that.
I know, it's money. I don't have to like you.
I would rather it be like, this isn't me. Like, this was fun, but I don't like being associated with this character, even though, like we said earlier, everyone's putting a piece of yourself in it. So if you're like some guru now or whatever, just Samantha will be that now. Like, it ain't that big a deal. People want to see y'all.
People work with people they hate all the time.
Literally, you have no choice. That's the thing about work.
Oh, I guess you're talking trash about the show on social media. Let's see that.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's trash behavior. It's
And
like
these are grown folks. This
like
is
I
kind
want
of
to
embarrassing,
uplift you, like, and if I don't have anything positive to say, then let's let it go. Like if we need to go handle something, let's handle it. But
Dang, you said let's handle. What are you take your earrings out and go
right,
outside?
however, so. But let me stop.
Oh dang. Whatever.
Right,
It's
whatever.
whatever. I don't even care. I'm gonna keep watching though. I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna keep watching. I'm invested. It gives me something to look forward to on Thursdays.
Yep.
So I'm here for it.
Mm.
And they're incorporating the extras too. It's not like they're just having them there as a side piece. They're incorporating all the new characters' storylines and everything. So get to see something different. It's not them just sitting at a table or going and meeting dudes, you know?
Oh yeah, they're not doing that anymore.
Exactly. Well,
I
a little
love
bit.
Carrie's date that she had.
Yeah, adore. I think they're gonna come back together. I hope so.
I can appreciate that they were both widower, and I love how they handled it. And they just got drunk and threw up on each other. I was
Right?
like, perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. What a bonding experience.
It is. That, relatable content.
Very. All of the stories, I mean, they took it to a new phase, a new level. Like the way Charlotte is finding Lily's sexy pictures on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like all that, all of the stuff. The way a parent would, have to navigate their child's, changing gender identity or not wanting to identify as anything. I don't know what the storyline is. It's not that clear to me yet.
Yeah, it's not
but
clear
the way
what
parents would handle it,
Yeah. And I love it. And it's like she's excited about the Thay mitzvah and everything, and
a mitzvah.
And then it's so,
oh my gosh,
it's so weird because I'm like, they're still living in the past too. Like, who writes this? Do they write it, or like who's sitting at the table? Because that period one episode or storyline, she was only offered two options, like pads or tampons. And it's like, you could use a cup and you can still go swimming and all of that stuff, like they didn't even offer it. And I know it's because they needed that string, can't find the string storyline. But still, like, I don't know. I was offended. Let me stop. I'm just kidding.
You're like, talk about the cup. Wear these panties. This
right? Wear some Pampers sometime, girl.
Or you know what? Don't go to my thing would be, if you can't get it together, then you ain't going to this. Don't go in the pool.
Right?
Some of the parenting stuff. You're not going to be having loud, crazy.
Yeah, because then these
kids
are
in my house.
Yeah, then these kids are the ones that we have to interact with, who don't know. Like, there's a real world out there.
And my child is going to have to be out in the dating world at some point with children who are allowed to do all this crazy stuff in their parents' house. I'm not for it.
And possibly mistreating others.
Yeah. No.
Oh, Lordy be.
Yep.
Time is flying too much. These little kiddos. But yeah, I mean, like when you're a kid, it makes sense. And I guess as you age, we do reach milestones. Like at some point, we're gonna reach menopause, and I think like after that, they really stop counting milestones. It's kind of like you're in this vat.
You just die.
I mean, and then it's like maybe that's a freedom. What I mean is, the thing I don't like is like the people who get like the shut-ins, the people who nobody's looking after, and who are just out here like with no heat or not able to shovel their front sidewalks and stuff, and like the forgotten elderly. And they have all of these resources, always all these resources. So if they have all these resources, why are these people suffering?
Yeah, why are we not getting information to them? Or
this is gonna cut off. Do you want to jump back on?
I mean, I don't really care. Do you care? I don't care.
No.
We can. Yeah, whatever you want to do, just let me know. I'm eating a salad, so
okay, just jump back on.
Okay,
bye.
Recording in progress. Recording stopped.
Shallow. Can't hear. Did you say something? Oh. You and this salad.
I didn't want to be crunching in your ear.
Oh, they're smacking.
I was trying to just scoot. You should have seen in between before I got back on. I was like, oh, I'm so hangry.
Hangry. Yeah, but like the forgotten elderly, the people who are out there just dying, getting carbon monoxide poison and stuff. It's sad. That's a shame.
That's why I think it's so important, like these shows, all the way back to Golden Girls, Sex in the City. Like, it's so important to have good friends, like friends that are family, you know, people who will actually worry about you. Like, there was a storm somewhere, like, let's check in on Sarah or whatever. Like, is she okay? Or and I think that that's hard. I think that culture the way it is now, it's hard to meet people, just period. And now we're in a pandemic, so it's like we're getting more and more like isolated. That's sad.
It is sad. And then, like we talked about before, like the idea of the nuclear family. So that was further isolating people. And and then now this, where everybody's scared. You know, everybody's a walking germ, I guess, a walking virus, and it's like,
What did Mitch McConnell say? He's like, we're gonna have to figure out a way to just live with it because it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's maybe the only thing I've ever heard him say that I agree with.
Yeah. Gotta get it moving. Gotta figure out, life. We gotta get busy living. If I died, like, I would kind of be upset in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dang, I died when we couldn't do anything. At least let me die
doing something.
Die in these streets. I did it my way. But yeah, what are your thoughts on it? I don't think you really shared your thoughts on Sex and the City, and Just Like That.
I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, it's just a show. Like, I feel like, I like that they've made them older and they're dealing with, to me, what seems like more real life stuff. Whereas before it was just like this fantasy world of dating and whatever. And now they're like, hey, we had to grow up. We all got married. Or I'm widowed, things like that. Like friendships, like longtime friendships that have broken up. That happens, with Samantha moving away and she's out of the picture. I think it's weird.
Then she
I don't like
sent
they
the flowers, like I'm still
you
here.
Always, even if you're not friends anymore, like you shared a substantial part of your life with each other. And I think that if something traumatic, like big dying happened, I feel like that's, even though you're not friends anymore, you're still gonna be like, I'm sorry, like,
right?
That really sucks.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's more realistic.
What was
and
that?
Also not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was up with this death? Like, we talked about this, I think. He had a smartwatch, all of these things, like a phone. She had a phone. Nobody called 911. Like,
I think it's a shock. I mean, she got there and he was still alive.
Yeah.
But I think it was more of just like or he couldn't get to his phone, right? He dropped it in the shower.
He had it as soon as he got it. Yeah, he.
And then she freaked out and just held him. And I think that's a dramatic thing you see a lot on TV, but I don't think that's what would happen in real life.
Yeah, people be like 911 trying to do something.
We dialing the phone.
Yeah.
Like, I will come hold you after I grab my cell phone to call for help. So
I was like, you trying to kill him? Like, I was like, wait, where's this plot twist going? What's happening?
Like, holding him is not going to keep him alive.
Hold me. Hold me closer, big.
What was his last name? John Smith? Was it?
Was that his name?
I don't know. Oh, and that little piece where the money went to the ex.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about
And
that.
then she was Googling them and stuff, and then like looking at.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's very much like a insecure
yes.
woman thing to do, though.
Yes.
Like, I think if any woman found out that her husband left money to his ex,
yeah,
you know, she'd be like, "What? Did I miss some?" Especially their history.
I mean,
Ooh,
with the
messy.
amount of money he had, though, didn't he? Did his ex have his kids?
Mm-mm.
He didn't have any kids. Those are her own kids.
No kids.
I thought she has her own kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
She got remarried.
Okay, got it. Then I don't know, but either way, like she has so much money.
And didn't she get alimony or something anyway? So it's kind of like, what's this extra?
Because she stole them from him. Her, I mean, right? Carrie stole. Well, not I'm not saying stole.
Yeah,
but...
yeah. I get what you're saying.
And so he felt guilty about it, and so it was like, here you go.
I can't even eat right.
here's some money for your troubles, sis. Here's some money for your troubles. Is your screen off? What's going on?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm falling. Be snorting.
I can't help it. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is fiction, but I think that's the point of it. It's like to get us talking. And I was talking about that with somebody about how, they have these superheroes and all these stories because a lot of times it takes seeing it in that form to understand the lesson. Like if I just told you that like in words or something, it might go over your head, but sometimes you got to reach the masses and just give them some, don't be an asshole, like be a kind person storyline. Oh, we got one like, yay. If I
feel like I can relate to Charlotte's character.
How so?
With the school stuff.
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
Like there's a whole culture with that too of.
I don't like it.
I don't either. But she's very much that type though. Mm-hmm. That's her, running a museum and ooh, look what I can do and look at me and all that. I don't know.
I'm an icon.
Oh, or like a wasp or whatever, right? Like
it's like okay.
Oh no, she converted.
Yeah. You made some cupcakes. Okay. You wanna,
cookie, a surprise, a sticker.
Right.
I love that they're still married though.
That's cute. I like that.
Still flirty.
Still
and cute
getting it. Yeah. Still going in.
Yeah. Do you want me to do this for you? She's getting ready to do stuff. I was like, "Ugh, you're making the rest of us look bad. Don't do that."
Bitch, you doing a good job. Ooh, she doing a good job.
Yes.
Literally.
They seem very happy. So
yeah.
That's cute. That's cute.
Yeah, I like that. It's good to see because I feel like we get so much drama on TV. It's like, come on. People out here having good lives, like living it up. And it's like, just because you have a conflict or something doesn't mean you have a bad life. It's just like, it's life. Literally
and
life.
I really enjoyed the episode where they played tennis together, couples. And then Charlotte did something. What's her husband's name?
Girl, I don't know anybody's name.
Goldblatt, something.
No.
I don't remember. But he got pissed because she did something and didn't say sorry.
Yes.
And so they were fighting outside.
Uh-huh.
And then the black couple, I don't know their name, came out and saw them. They're like, great, now we're the couple that fight. And then later at the auction, they're the couple.
Yeah.
And it was stuff like that I think is genius about the show because they're showing like
we're all
how we're trying to keep appearances, but we're all the same.
Yep.
Everybody's got the same stuff going on at home. People fight.
People have conflict. It's not the end of the world.
Right. I appreciated that.
Yeah.
I appreciated that.
And it kind of helps you bring down that barrier because it's like we don't have to play pretend anymore. And I think that's part of my problem with, trying to socialize and stuff is because people find it necessary. What do you call it? The niceties, this whole pretend game that you have to do initially when you meet someone. And I don't like it. Like I don't want to. It. Yeah, I don't. It makes me feel gross, disgusting.
It's like a waste of brain energy.
Yeah, and it's just so cool to just naturally connect with people and know that it's not tied to anything. It's just genuinely trying to get to know another person.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I like that.
I don't want nothing. Like
it's a love-hate with the show. It really is.
But I'm gonna surely watch it. Best believe.
So is this? I wonder if this is if there's been talk about this being like a new recurring series
I don't
with
know. That's the
seasons,
thing.
etc. Or
I thought it was just like one and done, but that would
this
be
one?
great.
Yeah,
They
I
need to bring
wonder.
back everything. Just bring it all. We've lost creativity. I don't know. Let's bring back everything. Everyone's been raving about Abbott Elementary. I haven't seen it, but if you want something to
Is
watch,
that what the teacher and the
yeah,
kids say the crazy stuff? I've seen clips of it on TikTok and stuff like that, and I'm like, what show is this? Oh my gosh! Like
right.
where the teacher has to explain like these really like adult concepts to these kids or whatever.
Yep.
That's funny. It's called Abbott Elementary. I need to look at that.
Yeah.
What? That's on HBO too.
This is ABC.
Oh, so it's just on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something on HBO. There's another show with a teacher on it. Something.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this one is supposed to be funny. It's like I think a comedy or something. Cheryl Lee Ralph is on there, actress and black. So yeah, check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, black. What was that? Actress. Black. Okay.
One of the blacks. Support black shows.
That doesn't help me.
It's Black History Month.
That does not help me. You know what? About that, I feel like nobody has made a. In previous years, it's been Black History Month, and now it's just. It's February the 3rd. It's a Thursday. You know what I mean? Like I'm seeing
performative stuff. You know, like
I'm not seeing any of that either. Like I don't see anything happening at my kid's school. I haven't gotten any kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. You know, I don't
put a
know.
bio of somebody up on a wall. You know how they do.
Yeah. Oh, we put the black books to the front of the library.
Yeah. Look.
I mean, I don't know.
Enhancing black people, and then you have like a kente cloth and some books on top.
Not the kente. You know, they always bust that out. Do you remember when all the congressmen and stuff? Nancy Pelosi.
Was that reality? I'm like, who told them that was okay? Who? That was one of those. That was one of those moments. Like, is this reality? This can't be real. Like, this is some shit. Saturday Night Live couldn't even. Like, you couldn't even write it because you'd be canceled if you tried to write that shit. Like, God.
And didn't they take a knee or something?
Yes,
I feel like they had it on and they took a knee.
Dab it and shit. Dab it. Taking a knee. And they really thought they were doing something too. They were like, we for the cause, man. And the thing is, I think it was a black person who had orchestrated it and gave.
I want to say it's Kamala.
Oh!
I want to say it was.
And she was like, yes, I'm going to do this. I had it. I orchestrated it. Yeah, it's going to be a good look. Like, do they run stuff by people? I mean, that was like, no.
Not the right people.
No signal, no.
I'm curious. Like, I would love to. I miss Obama. Like, I would have loved to have been with Michelle and Barack sitting there watching that, being like,
right?
I bet Michelle was cracking up.
That's what I think. That's
like,
no,
she did it.
That's how we get along, because it's like in those fucked up moments, we look at each other and be like, okay, I'm not losing it. Like, this is fucked up.
Watermelon.
Yes,
Watermelon.
yes, exactly. Those moments where, what?
It's like, you seeing this, right?
Right?
You seeing this, right? Okay,
You be like, and crack up. Oh, God. Oh, God.
That's the piece that I was trying to articulate on Tuesday nights live about dating and different races.
Right.
Is that piece comes more naturally. Because there's a lot of inside not jokes, but just understanding.
Yeah.
That I don't
and
know.
It's so crazy because it's like, it's almost like a weird soul connection when you go from place to place, or, you know, and you meet people and you have these interactions, and it's like, oh, that's creepy. How are we on the same wavelength? And we didn't grow up on the internet and stuff like that. You know, it's just like an unsaid
culture.
Yeah.
It's like an underlying
culture, that DNA.
Dang. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The look and the laugh. Oh, I miss those. The look and the look and the laugh.
And then to contrast that with the other person that was with us, that was like, can I laugh at that? And so the fact that you have to have permission, like it's just an extra
yeah,
step.
exactly, right?
It's an extra thing, you know.
Because it's like, oh, I don't want to laugh and then be seen as insensitive. So
yeah, like he got it too,
yeah,
but it was like not comfortable, you know. And
it's why
if there was like, a laugh, if there was a laugh without the "can I laugh," it would be like, "What are you laughing at?"
Yeah, like,
you
oh,
know
now what
I mean?
you? Because
like,
then we would
thing.
feel like he thought less of us or something, you know. And then it's like down this thing, and it's just like,
is that on us?
Do I care?
I'm curious about that.
I don't care.
Us?
No, I don't care. Honestly, I was not offended because I thought it was funny, and it's like,
I mean, it was funny.
Yeah, and so it's like I don't see myself as anything less than. So your perception of me, I mean, most people think I'm odd or strange or something like that, but what do I care? Like, what is that going to do? Like, when I was a kid, it felt like I was the end of the world if you're not accepted. But at this point, it's like, dang, this is really peaceful. I get comfortable.
It's really peaceful.
Right? Like, I'm not going to sit here walking on eggshells for y'all asses. I'm not doing it.
Nope.
Ooh, why am I frozen?
Thank you.
No, I am not doing it. Period. Okay?
We've got some good episodes coming up.
Oh, yeah. What's the next one? Oh, I should listen.
I forgot what I made a title for it. Change it if you want to, because I have no idea, you know. Because it's not about man boys only. So I wanted to make it more like of what, you know. Anyways, but no, I'm saying we have some good episodes coming up because I was working on them today. And I think it's hilarious. And this is why I think, regardless of what other people are saying, that our podcast is hilarious. Because I crack the hell up. Like, I'll be listening to it. Obviously, I was there when we were having the conversation, but I'm listening to it again. I listened to it one time raw, and then I start cutting out ums and you know, whatever's like pop sounds and stuff. And I'm listening to it the first time, and I'm just sitting here just busting up to the point where like I was interrupting my husband's call.
Oh no! You know, and then you had the nerve to get mad. Somebody
right
talking
on the other side of the wall. But it's I was laughing so hard, some stuff, and it's funny because I'm not laughing like I'm not getting it till, like you said, like till later. Like I didn't get it in the moment.
I like that though, because it gives me something to look forward to. It's like, damn, I missed that joke. Like, how did that go over my head?
Yeah.
Like, was I like gone, aloof? Like, what the hell?
It's funny.
It is funny.
It's hilarious. And then it's weird too, because we just have these conversations. Like, it's just us talking, but we're turning it into a podcast, right? Like an actual show for people to consume or whatever. But it's just us talking. And so I'm kind of, I can't think of the word. I'm not proud, but I'm kind of just like surprised. Like, we're having some real conversations.
Yeah. And I listen to it sometimes in the background, and it's me. Like, I still listen to it in the background.
Yeah. So that's weird.
Yeah, because it'll just play, like, it'll be like the latest, usually when I'm listening to the latest one, and I just let it keep going backwards, and I'm just like, it's in the background. And then sometimes I'll be like, at the time, I really didn't feel like I knew what I was saying, but dang, it sounded like I knew
like you
what
did,
I was talking about. Like, what?
That's what I'm saying. We're talking about some stuff. And then I'm like, man, why didn't we do this like 15 years ago or something? I feel like we would have had some like stupid conversations, but we would have had some, like, I would be curious to hear what a Em and Mo, you know, two girls shooting the shit circa 2007.
That would have been hilarious. Like. I'm shocked, because they didn't have smartphones and stuff then. I was going to say, I'm shocked we don't have any kind of video.
Yeah.
I think I have, I think there is like some.
Because it was like the age of digital cameras and stuff.
Yeah. So like, where is that stuff? Maybe somewhere on something, but.
Did we take videos?
Pictures. I feel like we did
I know
mostly
a lot
pictures.
Of pictures. Yeah. I didn't really take videos of stuff because that was the beginnings when there was MySpace.
Yeah, I think I may have.
So you wanted the pictures, but I don't know about the video.
I don't think I had a phone that even would do video. I'd have to be. I had a camera or something.
I had, yeah.
Yeah.
Those little whatever cameras.
Yep.
Gotta have so
Those
many
little
of those.
compact cameras.
What a waste.
Gosh.
And then the iPhone came out.
Right? I was a late adopter to that.
When did you get your first iPhone?
Oof, late.
I think it was, for me, it was 2009, 2010. That's late.
Is that late? I thought that's when it came out. Was it 2007, 8?
My husband had an iPhone like in high school. Or no, college.
So what, 2007? Let me stop. I was kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I think he's class of 05.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's class of 05.
Aw. For college?
High school.
That don't sound right.
High school.
Gosh, 2005 is when we met in 2005.
Thank you.
Gosh, that's crazy. And he was graduating high school. Who
we
knew? I should have been at the high school.
school.
I should have been hanging around the high school. Who knew? Oh, well. Gosh, life.
Okay.
That's like a different stage of life. Like, you don't even really know. You think you do. You have no idea. And it depends.
I mean,
I'm speaking in generalization.
Out in the world, working at, a real person job.
Just doing, I was going through the motions of what they said you're supposed to do. Like, get up, go to work, take care of your place.
Somebody, at that point, he was graduating from high school, and I was like,
straight up cohabitating.
Domestic partnership.
Right?
That's crazy. Paying taxes and stuff.
But that's, again, that goes to show age is not always the wisdom. It's like you learn from each other. There's wisdom in youth too. So it's like it's a balance.
Or it's also, I mean, I think what it's shown me is just it's when it's time, and when it's the person, that's it.
Like exactly like
There's
we said
no rhyme
earlier.
or reason to it.
People are themselves, and you're yourself. Whatever the time it is, that's who you are at that time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
watch that Allure video on YouTube. I'll send it to you.
I haven't watched it. Oh, shit.
Because it's long.
Sorry.
It goes, like the little beginnings where they introduce the women or whatever, and they have these conversations. And one of the things kind of spoke to me, and this is going to come off sounding some kind of way, and I really don't care. But it was the very, very fair black-skinned woman that was like, Halle Berry could be, how old is she, whatever. I don't know if you remember that piece in the reel. But she was talking about how something happened to her where she was used to getting a certain type of attention from men. Walking into a restaurant, she knew
mm-hmm.
people were looking and have whatever. And then there's a moment when that stops. And that's when you realize, okay, well, and you look at yourself and you get really in yourself, like, I'm getting old, or I don't have what, whatever that thing is anymore. And she said there was a time that she walked into some place and a younger man, like 15 years younger than her, whatever, was really feeling her. And she had been so, I don't know, she was like, why are you looking, what is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was on him, like, what are you doing? And it's just a weird thing, I think, when you're used to a certain type of attention or some kind of whatever. Like, I've noticed this in my life. Like, I can walk into places and nobody will even acknowledge that. Like, not that they need to be like, oh.
I like that. That sounds like heaven. I don't like people looking at me and stuff. And they do.
Hey. No, but I feel like it lets me know I'm older. We're not the age where people checking people out. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I don't know. I've seen it all ages.
Yeah. In your 30s, maybe, like whatever.
They're checking out. Hit the streets. They're checking out all the ages.
Well, maybe because I don't hit the streets.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not out there. I don't know.
Yeah, they'd probably be turning heads if you hit these streets.
Not in my sweatpants with no bra on. That's how
That's
I go.
The styles. That's really how they go out over here too. It really is.
Can't be bothered. I can't
Right.
be bothered. I never could be bothered.
And see, for me, like, people say, oh, you dress and this stuff. Like, this is literally throwing on a dress and some 99 cents.
But it's together. It doesn't matter how much it costs. I remember in college I went to, there was a big party. And I was like, I guess I'll go. I mean, I don't know, whatever. Last minute decided to go. I had I literally went to a party in sweatpants, a sweatshirt, my hair like this. This is pretty much how I've worn my hair forever, like this. And I just walked into the party to see what was going on, or if music was good. And people were like, and I remember a lot of dudes. I had a boyfriend. It wasn't like I was trying to talk to people or whatever, anyways. But they were like, I can respect that you came up here looking just comfortable, like just whatever. Like you really don't care. I was like, no,
damn, I didn't have to say it like that. Yeah, but I know, yeah.
Yeah, but
and that's something to it, because it's like when you put all the makeup and all the things, it's like, who's the real person? Like, I think that's why I struggled, and that's why like I go back and forth with styles. Like, first of all, it's like, am I doing this? Who am I doing? Like, do I like it? And it's like, I have to like it. I can't be uncomfortable because that's what is acceptable to you, or that's what everybody say it is on trend, or that's how you're going to meet somebody, because you're going to see the real me at some point. And so it's like, if you can't accept that, if my humanity is not enough, then I don't want that, because people get maimed. I mean, all kind of stuff happens. I don't want to.
Damn, you said maimed. Damn. You gonna run into a tiger or something? Just lose a limb? Like, what's happening? Maimed.
You never know. This Philly, yo. It's Philly. You never know.
No, but I think for me, I wasn't allowed to, and we talked about this before. You said, what do you do when you're not given permission to do something, to date or whatever? And like, I wasn't, not that I really wanted to, but I wasn't allowed to really wear makeup, do any of that stuff. I played sports. I was a jock. I did that kind of stuff, and it just went with me. Like, I'm very low fuss. Let me take a shower, throw my hair up, I'm done. Like, I'm not, and I'm kind of still to this day, I don't know what to make of the fact that I'm seeing videos of people getting ready on TikTok, or I've seen my friends get ready when we go on trips and stuff. And I'm like, how do you take 2 hours?
Right. Like, but I feel like it's almost like something therapeutic for them. It's like a ritual. Like, let me take this time. I can't do it. And I never have. And it's like, I tried, like I would go to like the Sephora tutorial and stuff, and they showed me, I think you showed me one too, that powder on the chest, I was like, yes, let me put some powder
the
on,
little glittery
some
thing.
glitter, and just learning little pieces like that. But I gave that up. Like, it was like, I can't keep this up, but it was only like special occasions anyway, like if I was going out. But
I like to, I mean, if it's a big thing, like we're going out to do something nice, or we're going to a wedding or doing something, then you do the whole thing. I still am not taking, unless I'm straightening my hair, I'm not taking like some people out here blow drying their hair, flat iron their hair, curl their hair, and then they got that, and then they go put in a braid or something anyway.
Right? Yeah.
What happened?
It's insecurity, I think. I feel like it all is based in...
It looks cute.
It's cute, and it's based in, I want to be accepted by the masses. I want to be accepted by the pack. I want to know that I'm safe and secure, and they're not going to eat me alive. I think that's like the...
Or all the makeup and stuff. And part of me is like, how did you learn that?
Genius,
I have
right?
no idea.
YouTube.
Like, I'm just starting to learn how to do some things, but how did you learn it? And part of me thinks, how much disposable income do you have that you are getting your hair as soon as it grows out this much, you're getting it done. You're every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, getting it done. Getting your
that's called makeup. I didn't go to law school. As everybody.
Yeah, I don't owe the government money for my education. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not cheap.
And some people are just talented. They do it themselves.
It's the maintenance.
Yeah, the maintenance. It's like, if you have to do all this, then how are you going to survive, like on Survivor? Like, it's just, I'm just kidding.
But I mean, part of me, this is also me being judgy, but like, I want to see your finances. Are you okay? Or do you have massive credit card debt? Like, what is going on with your life?
Why are you going that deep into?
I don't know why. Because I just feel like it's another piece of culture that is like, I will go into debt and fuck myself over in the long term to make sure I look acceptable to a stranger that means nothing.
To get a BBL, you know what I mean? Like, But a lot of people save up. When I was
younger, I did. I swiped that credit card, go to the Mac counter, swipe the credit. I was doing all that.
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, yes. Like, just do all that. And now I'm like, what? What for? Like, I couldn't take any of that with me. I don't have any of that stuff anymore. I don't have the credit card debt anymore, thank God,
Yeah.
either. But like I could possibly still be paying off eyeshadow from like
Yeah,
15
it's a
years ago.
materialistic culture. It's just materialistic. It's what it is. It's status, and let me present this person I want to be accepted by others, and versus let me be my true self. My true self may not be good enough, or I may be judged. You're gonna get judged.
There. Maybe it's judgy, but it's also for me like I'm really concerned. Like when I see somebody like, I just got a new car, and then I bought a new house, and then I did this and that, and I'm just like, are you okay?
Like, people have money. Like, I don't know if you realize how much money is out there.
I don't. That's why I'm also curious, like how much money you got.
Yeah, people make money.
How much is your salary?
People are making money. Like what I thought was a lot of money is nothing.
People's relationships to money are different though too. And this has to do with that security feeling. Is I feel like my husband and I are very much like, we like to see that we have money here in a bank account or in a investment, because it's scary. Anything could happen. I don't work,
and you got kids, and
God
stuff.
forbid something happened to him, right?
Yeah.
But it's just nice to stash it away. I got it would be nice to.
But then, like, what's the difference between that and Bezos? Then, like, it's like there's a reasonable amount to stash away, and there's a reasonable amount.
Yeah, because we can't afford no rocket ship. We're not stashing like Bezos. Well, I mean, we're not on that level.
Like, I feel like there's a happy medium. Like I want, for me personally, like I want to live the life I want, and I don't care about like the external, like that kind of stuff. But it's like I'm not gonna suffer either. So it's like, how do you find that happy medium of being responsible and living the life you want? I mean, at this age, it's different. Like, but
and
younger,
then it's also what's considered suffering.
Exactly.
For some people, not getting their hair done is suffering.
Yeah, or not getting. I know people who religiously get their nails done, hair done.
I used to be that. I used to get my nails done every other week.
And that price has not changed. Like that's something that has been.
It hasn't.
So I'm like, is that just baked in? Like people are just like, it's just a life expense.
But if you saw my nails now, girl, you'd be like, what happened?
Oh yeah, mine are a mess. I already showed them. They're all.
I don't.
On and
off.
And
a huge part of it is time
too.
Like I'm not going to sit in a chair and let somebody dye my hair. I will just go get a box
and
do it at home while I'm mopping the floors. You know what I mean? Like I there's too much.
I just do my own. Yeah, I don't have time. Yeah, and just dealing with people and the energy of interacting with people, and
that's a
something
one.
about
I don't want to have the talk.
Yeah, and it's something about them that I don't like. A lot of times I see it constantly. I am generalizing just from my experience though. It's like people try to tell you what you get. Like I'm like, I want this. Oh no, you should get this. It's like, dude, like, you trying to upsell me?
Yeah.
Like I said, this is what I want.
Oh, that's especially if you get your nails
You're right.
done.
I hate that.
Oh, you want paraffin? Oh, you want extra callus remover? I don't have calluses on my feet. I don't need the extra callus remover.
You want to get your beard shaved? Like, oh, sis.
Want wax? You want to wax? No, I don't.
Like, damn.
Last time I got waxed, like my eyebrows waxed, I ended up with these little pencil. I will never let anybody touch my eyebrows. I'm
just at the point where, like, here or there I'll go, once in a blue moon, but yeah, I don't know. That's energy. Like, energy is so much these days. It's like I can't expend it on
working on my energy.
Some BS. Well, any final words? Any final thoughts? Anything you wanted to say? I feel like you had a lot to say.
I said everything I wanted to say, I guess. I mean, just getting older.
Yeah. But I feel like if you're healthy and everything, then what's that? I'd rather be older and healthy than younger and ill, so.
Well, nobody wants to be ill.
I mean, yeah, I know. I'll be going deep. I go to the most dramatic.
Maimed? I'm not trying to be maimed.
So dramatic.
I said maimed.
The level of drama.
I'm good though. 42 this year.
Right.
I will be 42 in several months.
Nice
couple
even
months.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, you coming up. Hey.
It works. It does what it does.
Mm-hmm.
I just,
honestly, like feeling in myself, like I don't feel much different from when I was younger. Like I don't feel much different.
You
So
have more here now. That's what I feel.
yeah,
I
physically I'm
feel like
talking
I
about.
have
Yeah,
more.
yeah, this, yeah.
I feel I would love to go back.
With the brain now, like with the
Yes,
wisdom,
and
yeah.
handle situations differently, especially like in my career.
I would be rich,
That's
I
where
think,
I have a lot of.
if I had this mindset, then, so it's like
No fear.
no,
You
yeah,
and I were the same. We were
yeah,
afraid.
so scared,
Afraid of reaching our potential, afraid of pushing to get there, afraid of asking for what we deserve.
yeah,
I feel
and
like,
putting
and
making
that's for
ourselves
me in
small.
all aspects of my life.
Yeah.
I did not ask for or demand what I deserve.
Yep.
I allowed bosses and men and whatever to treat me any old kind of way, and that would not be no.
It's a no, right? Can you imagine
no.
just the power? I didn't notice
and then knowing
these.
what we looked like. We both were so insecure.
Right.
And looking back at some of these pictures of us, woo, we would have.
Well, you were getting play. I wasn't getting any play. I would have.
Girl.
I would have.
I was getting play. I was getting play. I was getting played.
Life.
I know it's. What did you say? Life is wasted on the what?
Youth is wasted on the young, or something.
Youth is wasted on the young. Yes.
Yeah, youth, yeah.
I feel that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Life too. Shoot.
Right? Because it's like, but I feel good. I feel like 40s that's the age where you kind of got a little bit of, you kind of like half stepped into the youth and half stepped into the older, wiser, or whatever supposedly that's supposed to be. And so it's like you get the wisdom and you get the youth, like, and you have the resources to do the things you want to do. And so I'm like, does that just mean I'm immature? I'm just like living like a teenager.
I guess my goal needs to be to get my body to where I was in my youth.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't necessarily mean skinny and like
fit. Like that's what I like.
Like just the health aspect. Okay, I coached my daughter's basketball team, right? I was making them run lines, which is like crazy running. And sometimes I run with them, most of the time I don't. But I ran this one time, and this little girl, they're 8-year-olds, was catching up to me, right? I mean, my legs are like twice the length of some of these girls. So I'm catching up to me, and I was like, oh, I got to kick it into gear. And then I was like, oh, I don't have any more gears. This is it.
Yes.
Like,
I experienced that. I've never experienced that before where I'll usually run to the bus or something. And I
couldn't do it.
I was running up a hill. I don't remember what I was doing. I had a coat on. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't do it.
You couldn't dig deep. There was nothing else to bring up.
And usually you just dig, and it's like, I couldn't do it, and I just couldn't.
And it made me think, like, if my life was on the line,
the adrenaline would
that's
kick
where
in.
I'm topping out.
No, the adrenaline.
That's where my max is. I know, but
adrenaline.
I've never experienced that, and so that was a gut check. Like, wow, I have nothing left to give, and this little girl is running right past me.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! So to get that fitness back up.
I never had it. I had that one time, that
you
brief
got
time.
Stamina. What are you talking about? I remember.
Yeah, that was it. That was the only time, and I gave up. I was like, this is too much. It's just boring. Like, I don't know. Like, there needs to be a new kind of gym, like a simulation gym. You go and do simulations and stuff. Ooh, we should invent that.
I think they have that.
Ooh, they do? I'm going to look it up. What's it?
You need some good insurance. People be with their VR and stuff.
Oh, no, that's VR. Yeah. I'm talking about in real life. Like, you like, with, like, almost like a haunted house gym. Like, you like going through different rooms.
A zombie apocalypse. And you got to build stuff.
Yeah.
You got to build up your house.
There's a goal, maybe. And you get points every time.
Commune, girl. We can have little retreats.
Right? I need, like you said, like I need something active. I can't just go do these repetitive motions or be in a room with people. It seems like, I don't know. It just doesn't.
They need to open up clubs and stuff so people can go
dance. Yeah.
That was a big form of cardio. Just
dancing.
I
can go dance for hours. And it's like you're not even thinking about it.
And you don't feel it till you get home and you take your shoes off. You're like,
and the blood rushes.
What was I doing?
Yep.
Yes.
I don't like clubs, like I really don't, but on a rare night of dancing, that's nice, like, because the time flies. It's not like,
and you're having fun, and you don't realize you're moving as much as you are. Oh, I miss that.
Right? Remember when the pandemic first started and people were doing it like at home on the Zoom? Like,
they were going to club, like dancing.
Yeah, they would like have a DJ on and like everybody would show their cameras and stuff, like the Zoom clip.
Oh my God, I can't. That's some
life.
I don't know about that.
All I know is I got to get out here. Like I went out yesterday for happy hour and there was no one there. And just my friend. You know, there was no one there.
People just not leaving the house?
That's the thing. It's like people
it's
are
cold
supposedly
too where you're at.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
like
people just don't want to get out.
People aren't leaving the house, but then you see people everywhere. Like on my feed, it looks like there's a whole world out there, and I'm like, is this the Matrix or something? Like, have I been segregated into this reality where no one exists?
Doesn't cold kill viruses? Like cold weather?
I don't know.
Cold?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Where's Country Sauce Ella at?
Right? Country Sauce Ella.
We need to plan a trip, though.
Yes.
I mean, even if we meet somewhere in the middle and just hole up in the hotel room and act up and do stuff.
Right? Kind of like Denver. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just bring our stuff and whatever. We could Uber Eats it all day. I don't care. Mm-hmm. We do something.
Yep.
That would be fun. Girls trip.
I want to go to Santa Fe if you're down. That's where I want to go.
What's in Santa Fe?
I don't know. That's one of those like chakra, like healing.
Where's Santa Fe? Is
New Mexico.
Ooh.
Supposed to have some good energy over there. I don't know, but do a little retreat or something. Yay! Dun, 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 dun. All right, girl. I'm finna go wind down.
Eat the rest of the soggy ass salad.
I'm finna. Oh yeah, 10:30. I got to go.
Oh, okay.
All right, boo. Love you. Take care. Enjoy your salad.
You too.
Bye.
Mm-hmm. Bye.